Okay, so basically, up to now, we have been able to have 5,000 friends. Okay, so basically, you can go onto Facebook and you can go and request somebody as a friend, and they can either say yay or nay. So, for instance, up here I've got 25 friend requests. Okay, and my issue it has always been not that I don't like making friends. I do like making friends, but the time in going through and having a look and seeing whether that person has got mutual interests, whether they're going to enjoy my content. You know, the last thing I want is people who have come on just to sort of, who are interested in cooking, and I'm talking about social media all the time. Okay, so for me, friend requests, I've got 2,951 friends, mainly because I just don't spend the time going through my friend requests and looking and deciding who I want as my friends. Okay. Now there's this subscribe button. Okay, now obviously it looks completely different on a normal profile. Who here has turned on subscriptions and has a normal profile? Is there anybody here on the call that has actually turned on subscriptions but still has got a normal profile, hasn't set up timeline? Okay, let's pick one. Emma Kay? Emma Kay? Okay, let's go on to Emma. Oh no, it's not going to work because I'm friends with Emma Kay. Is there anybody here who has turned it on and who? Do you know what? It's okay. It's okay though because you can see it up here. Okay, so basically, this is Emma Kay. Emma Kay, lovely, lovely lady. This is Emma's profile. Okay. And what you'll see when you go on now to somebody's profile is you'll see a subscribe button. Now, because I'm friends with Emma, then I'm already subscribed. We're already subscribed to each other. It means that when Emma makes a post, I see it in my news feed. When I make a post, Emma sees it in her news feed. More often than not, we see each other's posts because Emma and I comment on each other's posts. So we have an affinity, okay? Hence edge rank. So we normally see each other's posts. Now, I'm already subscribed to Emma, but I can go into here and I can decide whether I want to see all updates, most updates, only the important updates, and I can even go through and decide what kind of updates that I'd like to hear from Emma. So, for instance, if Emma was a really big gamer, let's say Emma spent all day on Farmville, yeah? And I never played Farmville. And Emma commented about Farmville a lot. And we had a high affinity because Emma also commented about other things that I was interested in. But I didn't want to hear about games from Emma because it really didn't interest me. I could just untick games. Okay, so that I didn't hear anything from Emma about games. So every time she posted something about games, then I wouldn't hear anything from her. Okay? So this is what you can do, which is really, really cool, actually. So when you're a friend of somebody, you're automatically subscribed. What that means, what subscription actually means, is it means that you are going to get their posts in your newsfeed. It's exactly the same as a fan page. If you think about it, when you go to a fan page, and you click like on that fan page, what you're essentially doing is you're saying, I want your posts in my newsfeed. I'm subscribing to you, I'm liking you, and I'm asking you to have your posts in my newsfeed. Okay? That is what subscribe is about. If I went on to Emma's wall, okay, and I wasn't friends, and I'd tried to become friends with her, but she'd reached her 5,000 friend limit and she just didn't have room for me anymore, I could now go and click subscribe, and that means that I am now going to get Emma's posts in my news feed. Okay, but it's the same as anything. I've got, look, 1,424 subscribers so far. Okay, but Emma's just put, I haven't got time for games. I've got 1,424 subscribers, which is fantastic. And it now means that the more posts and stuff like that I do on here, the more it's going to go out to their news feeds. But unless I can engage them, unless I can start to get them into conversations and talking to me and things like that, are my posts going to show up in their news feed as often? Probably not. Okay? So that's what subscribers are, and it essentially gets rid of that 5,000 friend limit. Okay, because now you can have 5,000 friends. I can still have friends. I could go here and I could say, look, this is Marida, and we've got 130 mutual friends. I'm pretty sure we're going to be on the same wavelength, so I'm going to confirm her as a friend. Okay, and I could go through and I could look at Michelle and Ashley and Angela and Elisa and Nadine and Christina, and I could say, yes, I want all of these people to be my friends. Okay, so I can still keep building my friend list. But once you've reached 5,000, that's your lot. Yeah, you can't have any more friends. And if I've got pages that I've liked as well, look, I've got 645 pages, so I can actually only have 4,000. My maths isn't that quick. 4,365 or whatever it is friends, because your pages and your friends make 5,000. Okay. But now I can have unlimited subscribers. So people can subscribe to me, and I can have unlimited subscribers that subscribe to me to get my newsfeed. Okay? But what I will tell you is when you go and subscribe to people, there is a maximum. You can only subscribe to 5,000 people. So you've got a maximum of 5,000 subscriptions. And my little button's just disappeared. It's been doing that all day. So let me just refresh, see if I can get that back. We'll just let that, there we go. So if I click on there, down here I've got subscriptions. Okay, so these are people that I've subscribed to. These are people that I'm not friends with, that I want to get their posts in my newsfeed. You'll notice a lot of them are actually from Facebook, just because I want to try and keep up to date with what's happening in Facebook. So I'm subscribed to all these guys. Okay, I want to get all of their stuff in my newsfeed. And I can only subscribe to 5,000 people. Okay? Okay, so let's go through how to turn subscriptions on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a different browser, okay? And I'm going to log in to Facebook and go to Rhett's account, because you don't have subscriptions turned on, do you? Okay, so let's go to Facebook and let's log in as Rhett. Okay, so we'll go in here, and don't worry about that. Asks me to name my new device every time I log in as Rhett, even though I've named it 100 times. Okay, so if I go to Rhett's wall, okay, so here I am on Rhett's wall, okay. Now, you'll notice down here on the left-hand side, there is this little icon and subscriptions, okay? If you click on that, you'll all have that by now, okay? Subscriptions. So click on subscriptions. Okay, no subscriptions. And what you can do is you can click on allow subscribers. Now, before you all rush to do this, can I just quickly talk to you? Don't hit that allow subscriber button yet. Let me just talk to you about this very quickly, because it's really important you think about this, okay? So you can allow subscribers there, or if you click on learn more, it's going to take you to the subscribe button, and you can click on allow subscribers there after you've had a little bit more of a read, okay? But before you go and do this, guys, okay, I want you to understand why you're doing it. Why would you have a subscribe button? And what's the difference between a fan page and a personal profile now, okay, if you can have all these people subscribing to you? Well, look, my name is Jo Barnes, as you all know, and I am the founder and creator of the Social Networking Academy, as you all know. The Social Networking Academy is my business, but I am also my business. I am very much my business, and I have based most of my business around me, around my personality, around my videos, around my content, and around everything I do. I have some personal friends on Facebook, but 90% of my friends on Facebook are like-minded individuals who are within the industry I am within. And what I've been doing over the last year, while I've been on Facebook since August last year, as you know, within the social media arena, is I have been doing the bulk of my business on the Social Networking Academy. I have kept my personal profile relatively personal, but what I've been doing is sharing information about myself, my family, things I'm doing that shows people a bit more of the personal side of me, because I'm looking to make that connection. I'm looking to create that rapport. I want people to trust me. I want people to know who they're dealing with. People buy from people. Yeah, and I want people to know that I'm somebody with integrity, that I offer great value, that, you know, people can trust my information, that I'm always going to do my very best, and I do that by sharing what I share on my Facebook page, but also by revealing this more personal side on my personal profile. Okay. Now, what's happened is Facebook have now opened this up and said, well, you know what? You can become a public figure. You can use your personal profile now to essentially become a public figure. They've blurred that line. It was always very much your fan page is business, your personal profile is personal. Now what they've done with the subscriber function is they've blurred that line. So I can now start to become more of a public figure on my personal profile. Now, let me try and make this as clear as I possibly can. Your fan page is still a business page. This is still a very, very important part of your business strategy. Okay? Your fan page, the amount of people that you have liking you, the amount of affinity you have with your fans, the amount of engagement you have going on your page, very, very important. What's great about your fan page is your tabs. You don't have these on your personal profile, not in this same way, okay? You have all these tabs where you can introduce people to all these different areas of your business, okay? You can have your videos laid out in a really, really nice way. Okay, where people can come and see all of your videos and all of that kind of stuff, okay? You can have competition tabs. You can have top fan tabs. You can have your welcome tab. You can have all these great tabs that essentially introduce people to all these different areas and elements of your business. The key with your fan page is getting people to come back to the page as much as you possibly can. It's trying to get engagement back to your page, okay? And that's essentially what the newsfeed is doing. The newsfeed lends more weight to friendships than it does to brand relationships. So what you're trying to do with your fan page all the time, as well as getting into newsfeeds, is you're trying to get people back to your page, okay, to engage them with your business. Whereas what you can do as a public figure is you're going to get out there and you're going to, put out your posts and everything. And the idea is to get as much of your posts as you can into your newsfeed and create lots and lots of affinity with the people out there who are reading your updates and your posts. But it does mean that your personal profile is essentially no longer personal. Okay? It does mean that there is that kind of blurred business line. I do not advocate you suddenly throwing onto your timeline loads and loads of business deals and affiliate links and stuff like that. I would still keep all of that for your business page. This is about knowing the person. This is really about that whole public figure, okay, that online persona. So if you're happy to become a public figure, if you want to get out there and you want subscribers and you want to have more, and you need to be a content producer to do this, okay? You must be somebody who enjoys producing content, who wants to produce content, who wants a following of people, and who wants to become a public figure. But if you want to keep your personal profile personal, then don't turn subscriptions on. Okay, because all of a sudden you are at a point now where it's not personal anymore. Okay. Okay, yeah, and the option of sending a personal message that accompanies a friend request has gone. That has gone. Okay. So it's a shame. The whole netiquette is very important, but yes, you can no longer send a personal request with a friend request. So I tend to send a friend request and message the person as well, just to say, hey, I've just sent you a friend request. So they've just made that a little bit more awkward, but okay. So and a subscription, you don't need a personal message. You just literally subscribe. You're just subscribing to see their posts in your news feed. So that's that. All right, guys, so that's the subscription button.